Here we are. Welcome back to Apollo Law Presents Curse of Strahd. I don't know, what are we, episode 17 at this point? Something like that. When we were last here, the party was still in the Amber Temple. Had fought a group of vampire spawn, numbering in the total of 6, I believe. Defeated the spawn, and then Ark decided to try to get the power of one of these forgotten entities trapped in amber, and did manage to touch the amber sarcophagi, get the power of, I believe it was resurrection, raise dead. Let me look at that one again. It was the power of resurrection. Yeah, that could be used for no matter how long the creature had been dead, but it's only one use, and it turned him into a ghoul-like visage and made him evil. So Ark was eventually taken down by the party after the party sustained a fair amount of damage. We wrapped that up, and Ark is dead. Irina is dead, at least as far as the party knows. And following those deaths, Rick Tavio, Rudolph Van Richten, I think is what I'm calling him. He goes by Rictavio. Arrived on the scene and started questioning what was going on, and has 2 Greater Restoration scrolls on him. He also has a Raised Dead scroll on him, I believe, that was in his inventory as an NPC. And Corey is taking over that character. So Corey, the rest of the party, what do you do in this situation of just death around you? You've lost another party member. You're in this creepy temple, and there you are.
Yeah, we're dead. I think has there been a conversation from Rickton showing up? I think
he showed up. He's got a wagon outside.
I think we all knew you were.
The only one who's hung out with him was Henrik did. We've all are Rictavio in disguise.
Oh, sure.
Except for
I'm not in disguise right now. I'm appearing as my normal old dude, kind of haggard-looking self. And I guess I'll show up and ask. Am I too late? I was talking with Ark before I came in, but now I see that it seems like I've not made it in time.
The blood is fresh, spilling from Ark. He's dead. It's not pooling anymore, but it's still like circled around him. You can see all your stab wounds and stuff on him. He still looks like a ghoul, so he doesn't look like himself. But
it was an unfortunate tragedy. Ark was attempting to save another of our companions, but he succumbed to the evil that was here. And the creature on the ground you see before you was him, and we had to dispatch him, unfortunately. But this entire place is cursed. I don't know if you have ever had the honor of being here, but around every corner is another trap or another source of trickery. The lady you see on the ground before you, it also took her and turned her against us. This place has been nothing but hell for each one of us here.
I recognize Irina, right?
yes.
Yeah, she was there in the town.
Yeah, and I feel like Van Richter would also. Well, maybe not. I don't know, but well, this is taking a dire turn indeed. I came to get 2 things: Ark and the necklace that you stole from me. Actually, I wonder if you all might be so kind as to return it to my possession.
With the necklaces.
The one that you took from my tower on the lake?
You need to be a little bit more specific, really. There's a lot of towers and lakes out here.
The Ravenkind amulet.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was
that was
your tower.
That was my tower.
It is
You're
not
right.
up to code.
Well, I have a question for you then, my friend. Why did you have a severed head in your tower?
That's rude to barge into my property and ask me. Look, I know you probably don't recognize me, but I have met all of you before.
That's true.
And I take out my hat and I put it on, and they see the puppeteer from Valaki. Not puppeteer, what was his?
He was like a traveling bard. Yeah. The puppeteering was part of what he did.
Yeah, you guys really poorly.
So you all have accomplished what I have tried not to do for a long time, and that is a lot of attention to yourselves.
Oh. And I lost everyone, it seems. I'm going to take a chance right here and pause and directly plug in my computer. Okay, here we go. Is everyone back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a time.
Whose head did I have in my tower?
The head in the tower was one of the Vistani that you had killed after they let you into this domain. And you had been keeping the head to cast Talk to the Dead, or Talk to the Undead, and Speak with Undead. And that's how you learned a whole lot about this area initially, was interrogating the dead corpse head.
Gotcha. That's pretty smart.
Yep.
Actually, it is pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Well, knowing that I can cast Speak with Dead, I'll move over to Ark.
Okay.
And cast Speak with the Dead and ask him why he did something so stupid.
You see the head kind of twitch and go sideways, and Ark's a big dude, but most of his body's not moving. It's just the head kind of lifting up, and he looks, I mean, he's recently dead, so he doesn't look that bad, and I don't think anyone cut his vocal cords or anything, so he can speak freely, and Corey, you can have him answer however you want.
This is my goal. Play only with. What did he say? Does he still have his evil inclination, or is it an underlying motive?
It'll still be evil.
Okay.
That does not go away when he's dead.
Yeah. Ark will gaspingly say, "Kill Strahd at any cost."
There you go.
That's it.
Yep. You've got 2 more questions if you want. Yep.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Yep. So he just kind of the head just kind of relaxes back, and he goes back into a dead visage. He looks undead anyways, but now he's just all like, looks like a dead ghoul just laying there.
So I will tell you, we did mean to steal your property. When we went to the tower, we assumed it was empty. Like there was, Ark let us in, so we. Yeah, it was completely Ark's fault. He said we could go in and make ourselves at home.
And you did tell Ark how to get in.
We just
I did.
We assumed that no one lived there. I mean, we've heard stories of a powerful wizard, yet we get to see him, and any means to stop Strahd we went through. I mean, most of the places where we've actually seen people living, there's been more than one person. So our assumption was it was empty.
Well, I worked very hard to get that amulet, and I would appreciate it back. However, I understand that it does have value, and in exchange, I'm willing to offer my help and my knowledge.
The blood spear. The blood spear is soaking up the blood around Ark. By the way, it's all just getting sucked into the spear as it lays there.
Of the pool of blood with her toe.
Hmm?
Oh, it was your cat. Ah, okay. The girl with one leg said something about that.
What?
The girl with one leg who loaned us the carriage said, I hope
She has dark hair?
yes.
Does she have a wagon that exploded?
It wasn't exploded until
Where-
later, yes.
where is she now?
I think. She was still in the tower.
Oh, I do.
I'll also, in exchange for the necklace, I did bring a spare wagon. I saw splinters of a wagon outside, and I feel like you may be in need of some wheels.
I'm not 100% sure why you guys are here, but leaving sounds really great.
It was my idea, and I really don't know why I'm here anyway, too. It's kind of a mistake.
Syrdath, as you say that, that beautiful dusk elf woman is standing right next to the amber sarcophagi that Ark had previously touched not a few minutes ago.
I'm going to flip her off. Just go to the,
She looks disappointed.
if you hang around me long enough, you will be.
I want to go on record as saying that I did not want to come here, and I voted we leave as soon as possible.
Alright, so this was a mistake. I was hoping that we would have found something to combat Strahd with. But if you will help us get our friends, which that's what they truly are, out of here, I have no problem with relinquishing your belongings to you.
Same.
The skeletal figure standing.
Them.
The skeletal figure standing in the corner, with the robe and the two burning eyes, leans over and says, "You're leaving."
Yes, Trevor, we are. It's been a pleasure, and
Do you want to come with us?
I don't believe I can leave. I don't even remember who I am.
Trevor, forever.
It just
Can we
kind of
write it on his palm so that way he can always just...
chalk or something right on his palms. Trevor, kind of like Andy.
So this is a combination.
Oh,
This is like a combination of Memento and I don't know, Weekend at Bernie's.
I thought you were going to say flowers with bars on or something like that.
Weekend at Trevor's?
I almost took Ultra Memory, see if I could cast it on him, and then go mess with the spell. Mess with all
I do have modified memory, in fact.
Ooh.
Let's see here. We try to use it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let me see. I did make yet another new character. Hold on.
No, it's not worth it. I think Marick read his spell book, so I mean it would be a nice one to have, but I don't really see a need to mess with Black.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn around and try to
I
leave.
think there's something in there that Marick wanted.
You get the impression, I think Marick knew last time, that there was some kind of magical means that affected this Lich's memory. It just can't remember. thing. Something happened to it.
So we cut our losses and leave.
So it probably tried to fight Strahd. Its memory.
Do we want to help Trevor?
I don't see any benefit to it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna try to kill Strahd?
He doesn't seem to remember anything.
I don't know that a lot of that memory. I say we pack up.
Okay. Are you guys gonna leave?
How?
Yeah, it don't seem like the gold is worth much with our party whittled down like it is, I guess.
Okay.
I think unless anybody else is really like, I know this is the whole point of Dungeons and Dragons is to find money units.
That treasury is just on the other side of the room from you guys through the cracks in the wall.
It might be more than gold, but
You want me
yeah,
to go for it?
nah, as
Walk
much,
away.
We could rest and then do it because nothing's stopping us from resting. You're bursted in here once, so
I honestly don't care that much about the treasure. 'Cause
pissed if we
man,
leave without having looked at it.
as
Look at it.
I'll
Decide what you're gonna do. I'll be right back.
Hey,
Okay.
Syrdath, before you go, I can bless you with some things that you might like.
Oh, that sounds delightful. I'm all about 3,000 stuff.
Then I will, I'll lay a hand on your shoulder and kind of mutter a quiet incantation and bestow upon thee a feature which I will show you in just a second.
What do I got that Dexter meme? It's like, say it in your, say it again. It's, ooh, bless another, ooh, you're a trickster player. Okay.
Huh? Nice.
That sounds good. So I'm going to peek in there, great game master,
Okay.
or dungeon master.
Yep. You
So
peek in.
What do I see?
You see. Do.
Your elf I see.
Yeah. Your elven eyes see. Let's see. A 10-foot tall carved statue of an amber in likeness of a hawk-headed humanoid stands in a wide alcove to the north, which would be right where you were kind of looking in. In front of it lies piles of treasure that are heaped up against the west and east walls of the stone room. So, that is what you see in there.
Kind of stick my head out. Guys, it's a lot of treasure. A lot.
There's at least 6 piles.
Do we know what this guardian is that is protecting it? Is it actually, I don't know, it could be the amber thing, or it could be in another room?
I think you were told it was the Amber Golem by Trevor.
we were.
Yep. Trevor's very helpful.
On the few things he does know.
Marick suggests that we send in Biggins to go fight it while they loot and then run.
Just sacrifice Higgins.
I mean, that honestly, if you think about it, that's kind of what his plan is, a little bit.
Even if the polymorph thing doesn't work, there is a door, a front door right here, through which we could send a giant construct and then a sneaky passage right here.
So it's walk down, drop to that floor, and burst through that door.
Yeah.
You do know that door was locked by an arcane lock, too.
Oh.
Well, so why are we scared of this guy coming through this door then? Like, if it's an arcane lock, unless he can open it.
It only
I'm
keeps
pretty
you
sure
from
it's
going
his
in, not coming out.
door.
Yeah, Liz's character has been through it already.
So
That's right, that's where I popped in.
Yep.
So I feel like I would be amiss if I did not kind of lean toward the gold because of being a thief. So that's my vote. Because I kind of took a peek back in there, like.
I think Marick would be mad because he wants money for spellbooks and fancy things that wizards need. And it's the first hump of gold we've seen.
I'm gonna vote yes too, because as a person and a player, I hate leaving behind things unknown. Like it's like a loose tooth for me. So I kind of want to see what's in there too.
I've done worse for less.
Your Casimir is just kind of huddled in a corner, and he's terrified by seeing the vampires and everything else, and he's just waiting to leave. Trevor will walk up to you and kind of look into the room and go, "What are you doing?" Essentially, and just look at you with like burning red eyes.
Oh, we find ourselves in needs of funds. Money.
Yes. Perhaps we should sleep tonight though, since it's been.
Yeah.
So let me ask you all a question. The way the map is set up, and we've seen this. So, and just so I'm fully understand the way these doors function.
Yeah.
We've got two small tunnels that it doesn't look like the Guardian could fit through.
Correct.
That we could run through, grab stuff, and run back into the other room.
To your knowledge, the Guardian does not look like he could fit through those tunnels.
To your knowledge, you don't know the Guardian can change size or not. That's fair. That's fair.
Does anyone know if Guardians would be able to see someone who is invisible?
Do we know if we can block the Guardian in the room for a couple rounds to get out?
I mean, who anyone that would have knowledge about constructs? I guess that would be a magical. I guess Marick could make a roll for that, or Fest.
Yeah, what would the roll be?
Spellcraft.
Alright, I'll give it a shot, and then we can also have Marick do it. Or Spellcraft Arcana. Okay.
Yeah, Arcana. Yeah.
Played Pathfinder for too long.
Yeah.
21.
I mean, it could see an invisible. There could be spells cast on it. Golems are essentially put in there to protect things, and this one's in a treasury and a very creepy, Temple of Secrets. It may be able to see invisible, may not. It just depends on what they cast on it.
Mm.
We'll sleep on it. We'll do the long rest.
You guys are going to take a long rest. Everyone's going to just pile in here with the... what are you doing with the dead bodies of Ark and Irina?
That is a good question. I guess we're gonna. Well, first off, anything that's a vampire that was bit or drained, including Irina, I think she got drained for staking.
Okay, so
Already did that.
yeah, you already did. She's got a stake right in her chest, right in her heart. Yep.
And then I think we should put all the vampires someplace like away from us.
The vampires turned into dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess lay them in a corner, and if they had a cloak or anything, cover them up.
Okay.
We can probably sleep in the library again, since nothing bothered us when we were in there.
True. Oh, I'm sorry,
And
cleric.
until we fuck with the golem, he's not gonna mess with us.
A paladin of Kellenborg. What do you want us to do with the dead bodies?
There's great knowledge in the library. It should be safe. You can get great power by touching the amber sarcophagi.
Trevor, shut up.
Just tell the lich to shut up. Just...
He looks like you hurt his feelings.
Oh.
Yeah. If a bony face could show that it's. I think the lights dimmed a bit in its eyes.
Only faces can show emotion. Just ask my stepmother.
Damn.
He's like a dementia grandpa. He
It's
just
Tuesdays with Trevor.
He's like your Nazi grandfather who's got dementia, and now it's just sad because he used to be evil, but now he's just an old dude who can't remember anything.
Exactly. So it's okay to tell him to shut up.
Kind of slumps. Starts wandering up the stairs.
No kidding. I just imagine him as looking like Kellyanne Conway, really.
But less evil. Oh.
Because her. Okay, that's enough political humor for us. Okay, moving on. So are we going to go nap in the library?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, you guys all go up to the library, or are you just gonna?
It's right upstairs, right?
Yeah, just up the stairs.
yeah, literally right up there.
That's
Yeah,
what I
Yeah, it's
thought.
got the big bookshelves and stuff with no ladders going up to the higher shelves or anything, and tables kind of laid out. It's kind of dust covered. It's many rows of books, just tons of them, and you can see kind of Trevor just kind of shambling around, standing in the corner.
She didn't mean it.
What's your favorite book, Trevor?
I don't remember. And then he tries to do like one of those things, like where you don't remember things and you try to cover for it. Where he's like, all of them.
You should look through the library and pick out your favorite book, and we'll read it to you.
Hey, Jason, can you bring up the upstairs map?
Yep, I can. Boop boo.
If we're going to do this, and I still have the blessing of the trickster on me anyway, so I get advantage on dexterity, stealth checks anyway. I would like to kind of maybe look at where the golem is, try to figure out the best means of kind of. Let's see.
There we are. Yeah, and I guess the golem the shield guardian just starts stomping up the steps. Barely kind of ducks and goes under it. Get all the way up. So is everybody just tucking in and going to sleep? Trevor does pull a book off the...
My cat is freaking out.
Oh. Trevor does pull a book off the shelf and open it up, and it's just blank pages. And he just looks at it kind of confused and slides it back.
I'm going to suggest to Marick to ritual cast Tiny Hut for us, just to be safe.
He does so. Starts casting. You've seen it done 1,000,000 times.
Cool.
You guys all get in the tiny hut? Shield Guardian can't fit, so it's just standing outside. Just kind of watching stoically. And Trevor...
Marick should tell it to keep guard and warn us if anybody comes.
Okay, he does that. Trevor just kind of stands and like looks in your direction, just kind of stares at you guys. Absent anything else to do.
Do y'all want me to go try to check out the shield golem before we do anything, or?
The Amber Golem?
Yeah,
I'll come with you.
It will help us form a plan.
Yeah, let's do some recon. So we already kind of. So yeah, we've already kind of went that way anyway. I mean, we can go. I guess we have to backtrack around through the room full of dead barbarians.
You can go back. So you can backtrack if you can go down the stairs, or you can go back towards the dead barbarians and stuff, and go down the stairs there. and then come out, and you make your way to the doors, the big double doors that are, to your knowledge, the doorway into the vault.
I'm casting the spell on myself and Syrdath. Pass without trace.
Plus 10, okay. Yep.
So I thought we would be going by the lectern hall. So we go down, we go across, go by the lectern hall, go up that. I assume that's where where we think the Amber Guardian is, since.
I think this right here is a separate wall.
This is a separate floor you're on currently. You have to go down another floor. So
the other one is like inside here, underneath this floor somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's probably in the amber that's in the room. I mentioned that to you all.
Yeah.
Any ideas, Van Richter?
Well, I just came in this temple and ran straight to the back, following the trail of destruction that you all carved. So no, I don't really know what else is in here.
And everyone else, are you guys just going to sleep? Yep.
By the way, what is it with you all and making yourselves very obvious everywhere you go?
He kind of Syrdath starts answering. He's, look, everybody's got a thing. Like I knew a bunch of thieves one time, and they would break into houses. They would turn on all the
faucets. I knew the same ones.
Like we just wreck shit. The stuff. Excuse me, children.
Well, you guys haven't really burned anything down here, so that's an improvement.
Oh, we got bodies. It'll be a pyre somewhere, probably. Let's see. I do regret I missed
the bodies are downstairs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought the golem was up here and was going to come downstairs.
Well, then we can try to sneak in through the passageways just to see what we see in the room.
Here, let me go to that other floor since you guys are there. And then the dead bodies are still in the room with the sarcophagi and the teleportation circle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. So you guys came out here, walked by the big statue, and are right in front of these doors. Right here.
These doors, Jason?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, without touching any of the treasure, does any of it look particularly valuable or magic-y or cool?
Well, are you going through the the entryway in the back, or are you going just straight up to the doors? Because the doors are locked, and it's
I think we're coming through this way, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. If you go through that way, yeah, you see the amber golem just standing there directly in front of you, and it's not moving or anything. And then you see 6 piles of gold and other treasures and stuff. Just piled up against the walls to the east and the west.
I gingerly approach this pile of gold and look at it.
Okay.
Is it just gold? Is it items?
That is pile number. As you look at it, give me a perception check.
Okay. I don't know how good I am.
Or better yet, give me an investigation.
Investigation.
14. Okay. You see what appears to be a great deal, maybe thousands and thousands, maybe it's somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 electrum pieces. And they've got the Strahd seal stamped on them. Do you see a bunch of empty bottles? Maybe 100 of them. You don't know. You haven't counted them all. A trunk is there that's not opened. Jewelry, somewhere less than a dozen, maybe. And some painted ceramic statues you can see. That's what's in that pile.
I'll whisper to Syrdath.
Okay.
This stone golem seems like something of a drunk.
We don't judge here. We don't judge. I'm going to look at this pile right here.
It's a nice amber ale temple.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation, okay.
Oh, nice.
20.
Yeah, you see about somewhere around 7,000 wooden coins They look like gold, but you can tell they've got splinters and wood. You've seen enough treasure to know these are fake gold pieces. Clearly to you.
Right. This is junk.
But you do see some iron pots that might have some copper pieces in them. An obsidian scepter with kind of gold filigree around it. Some helms that appear to be clearly to you. You can recognize an elven helm, and you see some kind of rusted elven helms here just laying about. Yeah. 15 thin leather-bound tomes. And, yep, that's it.
Okay, so I'm going to use another spell slot and cast this Detect Magic.
Okay. As you cast it and look around the room, the magical items on Syrdath glow, if he has any. And you can see the faint aura. Well, let's see. Around the Amber Golem, it's glowing pretty heavily with magic. So is the door to the south. Let's see if there's any other magical things in here. Nope. Nope, nothing else glows magical that you can see.
Just a wealth of treasure.
You don't happen to have a bag of holding on that wagon of yours, do you?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think this is a stupid amount of money that we can't even run out of here with if we pop the damn thing.
We can take a lot though. As much gold as I can carry is still a lot of gold.
Yeah. Well,
I can buy so many puppets.
You want to go ahead and case the rest of the place real quick here?
Yeah, might as well. We got time.
I'll let you guys keep those rolls if you're good with it.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
The investigation rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So Syrdath will be better. Just
Yeah, he'll know more on that side. You'll do the other side.
Sure.
So, Van Richten, you see a lot of loose silver pieces, maybe close to somewhere between 11 and 14,000 silver pieces in that middle pile. A few rusted suits of ringmail and breastplates. A silvered rapier with a pink glass hilt.
Pink glass? Okay.
4 rusted great swords that don't look to be of much value, and a gilded chariot.
A chariot? Like a whole chariot?
Yeah, like an actual chariot. Yeah.
Oh.
Below that, you see maybe 4,000 to 8,000 electrum pieces scattered about. Same with the Strahd head stamped on them. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That was the one we've already done. The next pile is a bunch of loose copper pieces, maybe 14 or 20,000 copper pieces just thrown about.
Electrum, silver, and copper.
Yep. Gemstones. You see those scattered about, maybe a couple dozen. Rusted suits of plate armor that you don't think's worth very much. Some rusted shields, and a child-sized sarcophagus made of black wood inlaid with gold.
Oh, that's sad. That makes me sad.
Yep. On the other side, let's see. You see in one of the piles a pile of iron ingots. About 30 holy symbols of gods from various worlds. Some of them you recognize, some of them you don't. A set of 12 copper chalices with silver filigree, a gilded skull with red garnets in its eyes for sockets, and about 8 war hammers and 6 war picks. You also see in the next pile about 9,000 silver pieces scattered about. The loosely, I mean, you're gonna have to scoop up piles of them. if you want them. They've all got Strahd stamps on them. 6 non-magical crystal balls. They're not glowing to Van Richten over there. A bronze crown with tiny gem-eyed dragons for spires on it. A life-size wooden pony. And 6 marble vases. And that's what you see.
Of course, party dump or relay. So, I guess we should go back to the others and see if this. It seems worth their effort if we can make it out of here alive. We could probably finance quite a bit of our operation against Strahd with this.
I agree. A fortune like this can't be ignored when we're looking for tools.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so I guess if we were going to go back, one option we have, folks, I was thinking about is somebody grabs the gold and runs and gets this creature out of the room, and then everybody else can get back in and get stuff. But of course, I don't know if once you touch the gold, if that's going to redirect his attention or not.
No, I can get out of here really fast. I don't know if I can get him to follow me, but I can get out of here really fast.
Do we know if there's anywhere to spend this money?
There are some markets here, but there's not. This is a really depressed land, and you get the feeling that most of the really high-end magical valuables and stuff have been either taken by Strahd or hoarded by the few wealthy members of this region.
Now, we may not be able to spend these at a shop, but we can spend these for influence. We can bribe, we can do all kinds of things in Valaki and in, what was the other town with the abbot?
Kresk.
Kresk. In Valaki and Kresk, there are people who will do all kinds of things, including betray other loyalties for this kind of money. I've spent enough time in Valaki to know that Lady Fiona and the Burgomaster will look for any advantage against one another. And this could be the gold that gives us the edge.
Yojimbo, I like that. Okay, I guess I'm ready. I guess unless you have anything else you want to do, I say we can go ahead and rest and then do what we're going to do.
Okay. You guys go back into the tiny hut, curl up and rest. Rest as long as you do anyway, Syrdath.
Yeah.
Everyone has a long rest. You gain back your spells, your hit points. You're all good. No dreams tonight for some reason. You don't have any dreams. It's kind of quiet. Really uneventful, just kind of cold, and you have that eerie feeling just being in here if somebody's always watching you, and you have this, it's just really creepy being in this place. You can just, the evil from the sarcophagi is almost palpable. So,
do we like ever toss and turn and wake up and see Trevor just looking at us?
Oh yeah, he's just staring at you.
Oh.
Yeah. His hands are just down by his side, and he's just looking with piercing eyes, just glowing, looking right at you. And actually, from the outside of your dome, you can see the reflection of his eyes just reflecting off of it.
It's like real life sleep paralysis.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do but stare at his new friends.
Totally creepy.
You wake up in the morning, you think it's morning, it's really dark down here. And you're a little hungry. You've got some rations and stuff you can eat. But it's, it's kind of a cold breakfast.
I will ask Syrdath and I guess the rest if they'll let me try something first with the Amber Golem.
Open to suggestions. Have everybody else?
It's your funeral, man.
If it doesn't work, we may have to stand our ground, but I'm
What
thinking
is
maybe
the plan?
I have at my disposal certain capacity to keep things out of my way. Not for very long, but it might give us just enough time to get the things that we really need and get out without having to risk getting beat up.
Trevor kind of walks over and leans over and, what are we doing today? Gaining great power by touching the sarcophagi.
Trevor, we did that yesterday. Don't you remember?
Not really.
We got great power and it was a trip, and you're right, it was totally worth it. Thanks, Trevor.
Perhaps we are thinking about increasing our wealth, Trevor. Do you know anything that would stop Amber Golem, perhaps? Asking for a friend?
I would.
You would stop the Amber Golem?
Nothing will harm you while you're with me.
But what if we touch the goat?
Well, I don't think it will harm you while you're with me.
Can you come with us?
I could.
Get some gold? We were all thinking this.
Yeah, come on down. It'll be great.
He walks with you. Are you guys trying to go through the main door, or are you trying to go through the cracks again?
Trevor, can you open up the main door?
I can't remember.
Okay, let's go through the back.
So, you guys go through the back. Are you guys going in first, or are you sending him in first?
I'd like to go in first.
Okay, you go in first, and you see the sarcophagi there. On your way kind of around, your passive perception, you pick up that Irina is not moving, but her eyes are open.
Son of a bitch. I will.
Would Van Richten know what's going on there?
Oh yeah, Van Richten picks up on it. She's a vampire. She's been staked, and she just can't move.
Oh. I relay that. Like, we have to do more to send her to her eternal rest. Right now, she's just incapacitated.
Yara's just gonna go over and make sure the stake.
She looks peacefully beautiful though, and the blood that was on her neck, since her wounds have healed on her neck, and it's just dried blood on her outfit and stuff.
She's got locked-in syndrome. This is probably torture for her.
So what do we do? Do we cut her head off? Do we burn? I've heard different things.
Either of those could work to your knowledge, Van Rick. Cutting her head off would certainly go a long way. Burning the body would go a long way. You do know that if she had a crypt somewhere, her body would be reincarnated back at the crypt. She could reform.
Here's side part. If she's really valuable to Strahd, maybe we do just keep her like this for a while.
You know what? I've got an adventures pack as part of my character build. There's a rope in there. Yara's gonna take the rope out and kind of tie the stake down and tie it around the torso and make sure that it can't go anywhere by accident.
Okay. Yeah. You pick her up and her eyes just subtly just kind of twitch towards you as you're doing that. And that's about all the movement you see.
Sorry about this, but I already got chased by some of you all when I first got here, and I just really don't feel like doing that again right now. So we'll figure this out later. I'm real sorry.
Yep. She's you had rope in your inventory, I assume everybody does. And yeah, you use the rope and it's tied up pretty good. And you feel like that stake's not going anywhere. You jammed it in there pretty good too. It's just stuck.
Yeah, my strength score is pretty high.
Yeah. And Trevor just kind of watches you do this and looks around the room and is just waiting for you guys to give him some instruction. And Casimir is just kind of following behind everyone and like, we'll go to this Kresk and go to Ravenloft and get my sister's bones and have her resurrected, correct?
Yes.
You promised.
Yes, we know who can help. Yes.
Okay.
So what again? So you have a way to make things get away from you? Is that what you said?
Well, we may not need it if Trevor can accompany us.
So maybe we should plan for contingency though. And I'm going to lower my voice. He's like, Trevor's not quite there. So he says he can't remember anything. So why should we believe what he's telling us now is something reliable?
Let's go in and try it with Trevor. I'll go with Syrdath. If it doesn't work, I'll try to do my thing. If that doesn't work, then we just punch it a whole lot.
Okay, so question though, when you do your thing, are we supposed to grab stuff and run, or what's the?
Yes, you'll have about a minute.
Okay, is there anything that we should be grabbing?
I think the stuff on the left-hand side, I mean, the right as you walk in the backs, that was more wealthy.
The first pile on your right has a huge quantity of electrum. The third pile on your right has a lot of gems. Prioritize those, I think.
Why don't we have Marick freeze the golem in ice or something, or at least put a wall between us while we move that stuff to the other room?
He's got a bunch of charges on his wand. I think it's up to 7.
Okay. Well, lead the way.
Okay.
Or you want to go ahead and freeze it right now?
Let's see what happens with Trevor first.
Let's see what happens with Trevor. Syrdath, you want to come with me?
Oh, of course. There's no place I'd rather be.
Oh, that's awfully kind. You've warmed this old man's heart.
Yeah. All right. So, who's going in?
Right now. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with. I'm holding the sack. I'm ready.
Okay.
Tell me when to start shoving things in the sack.
So you guys gonna ask Trevor to go in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And he starts kind of shambling in. His bones are old, but they're still like, he's still moving pretty good with the undead, powers that have been granted to him. And he walks
like Madonna.
Yeah.
Surprisingly nimble for his skeletal structure.
Like shit.
Dang.
No.
Like shit.
So yeah, he just goes in and stands around looking around like he's kind of never seen this stuff before, and nothing's happening. He's not touching anything, but nothing's happening.
I'll go to this pile. Go ahead.
Trevor, my man, you want to show me that coin over there a little closer up? I just pointed at a random piece of electrum.
He looks down at it and he goes to pick it up, and most of the pieces slide through his bony fingers, but then he picks one up and lifts it up. And
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
nothing
like
happens.
The pre-war piece of electrum right there. That's worth like $50.
Yeah.
I'm into coin collecting. We see a lot of it in the mercenary trade.
Why don't we just have him carry everything out? We got time.
I'll try to pick up a coin myself.
Okay, and you're doing it from pile 3?
From this one, yes, the electrum.
Yep. Yeah, you lean over and you pick up an electrum coin, and the amber golem starts to shimmer, and disappear, and then it kind of comes like you hear like movement for a brief moment, and then it stops and it becomes visible again and just freezes, and you could tell it stopped because it was facing Trevor.
Free money, boys.
All right, so we need somebody to keep Trevor looking at it, and the rest of us just steal the heck out of stuff. I already said it. So,
Yara goes over to the pile with all the gems and like takes one finger and like just touch and like stares at the golem.
Yep. You touch a gem, and it's set next to some. Let's see. Trying to find the gems. 1 sec.
I'm willing to be on Trevor duty to keep him focused.
Hold him in place or something.
Just keep him occupied and tell him what he's doing and make sure he doesn't wander off or do something stupid.
I want to ask Trevor a question, but not to distract him from looking at this thing.
Yep, you kind of pick through and you find several gems, and you think there's probably some more buried in all the copper pieces that are loose here.
Trevor, will the golem upstairs also come after us, or just this one we're touching the gold?
I don't believe anything will harm you while you're with me, my friend. And if he had, if his cheekbones could move and stuff, he'd be smiling. But you can't.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that answer there.
Some missing teeth and stuff smiling right at you.
Yara just starts shoving gems in the sack that she's carrying, just like shoveling.
Yara, you find 50 gold pieces worth of gemstones.
Can we strap Trevor to Trill's back? And she
I'm sorry. I take that back. You find 30 50 gold piece gemstones. So that's 30 times 50.
30 times 50.
Yeah.
1,500. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. My carrying capacity is 300 pounds, so I can find more things.
I've got Trevor. You guys loot.
All right, we're supposed to take the copper out of this, Jason.
So no copper?
No, I was actually making a white trash kid rock reference about ripping, trying to rip copper.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, got it. We're stripping the pipes.
Yeah, we're in the air conditioning unit now.
Of a lich that's suffering dementia. You should all be ashamed. You should all be ashamed.
Robbing the elderly.
Well, if we're gonna do that, I'm almost looking for his check.
This is his home. And he's helping you do it.
I take all of his little cat knickknacks.
So are you guys just going to spend the rest of the day just gathering as much stuff as you can here?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Somebody write this down.
Okay. I got something to write on. I'm going to write in a nubby pencil, Jason, so hit me.
17,500 copper pieces. You've already got the gemstones. You probably don't want any of the rusted suits of armor or the rusted shields. Are you going to take the child-sized sarcophagus made of black wood inlaid with gold? No?
Can we appraise that somehow?
Is it magical?
It's not magical. It's got gold inlay on it.
Does it have a child in it?
Yeah.
Oh, you going to open it up?
Oh, no, probably not.
No.
It is a tomb. Leave it alone.
That feels bad.
That's somebody's that's probably Trevor's dead baby.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just saying.
So you leave that. The next pile, 12,000 silver pieces. There's rusted armor. You get the silvered rapier with the pink glass hilt. And are you going to take the gilded chariot?
I don't think we
I don't know
can.
how we.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we can load everything into it and pull it.
Who's going to pull it?
Is it going to go through the door, through the tunnel, Jason?
Yeah, you could squeeze it. Well,
I know how we're going to pull it.
Wasn't built here.
Biggins.
Biggins.
Biggins. Or Marick can polymorph somebody into a horse.
yeah, I'm gonna say it could squeeze through. You can load up the chariot with stuff. The chariot
Biggins.
itself is worth 750 gold pieces.
Let me caution against taking this chariot and wheeling it around, because we can't draw undue attention to ourselves. And there's no better way to get a lot of. Why do you think I've gone around as a puppeteer for the last several years? Right?
We're not worried about that. You're worried about that.
And you all are dropping like flies.
You said you came here in a wagon, right? I thought we were going to use your ride.
Sure, we can load up my wagon. I'm just saying maybe we don't go around in this gold-covered Prince John wagon.
Well, we can leave it here, but we can
Yeah, I think
carry
we're
stuff
like-
out.
We were
To
gonna
wheel it to the front door.
Like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
That's fine, okay.
Like,
that's
I'm
fine.
real strong, but I'm not like 17,500 copper pieces at once strong.
That's
There,
fine, no problem.
next pile, there's 6,600 electrum pieces with Strahd image on it. There's 75 empty bottles. There's a trunk.
Can Marick use empty bottles for potions and stuff?
I think he can. I think he could put potions in him if he had the ability to make potions, which I'm not sure he does.
Oh,
He
I
needs it
didn't
after this
know.
lab. You find a trunk. Do you open the trunk?
I'm going to knock on it first.
Sounds like it's got stuff in it. It's not hollow. It's kind of
With
a,
Trevor being busy, I can't help
I'm
it. I
gonna,
gotta-
Jason, I'm gonna cast a spell.
okay.
Find the traps.
Don't find any traps on the trunk. It's not glowing.
Okay, crack it.
All right, let's open it up.
You open it up and there's 6 fine dresses and gowns worth 25 gold each.
Ooh.
I bet, oh, Van Richten wouldn't know that, never mind.
And there's some lace on them.
Are they black?
One of them is.
I'm interested.
It's it's a little Lolita kind of number. You don't know if it's gonna fit you or not, but let's see. There are 10 pieces of jewelry worth 250 gold each.
250 each.
250 each, yep. And then there's 500 gold pieces you find in a rotted chest that you pick up that just falls apart.
All right.
And there's 8 painted ceramic statues of saints.
Arcane. Can I do an arcana to see if that's worth having?
They're about 50 pounds each one of these.
I'm not much on saints.
Okay, you leave those.
If unless anybody else has a wheel for it.
Dibs on anything Kellum for.
Yara picks one up and starts doing bicep curls with it while she looks around.
Yep. Yeah, you're flexing on everyone. Just there's a pile of iron ingots. It's weighing 2,500 pounds. This pile. 30 holy symbols. One of them is of Kellenvor.
I found something for you.
It's worth about 5 gold pieces each. If you want one.
Thank you. I will take Kellum for.
A set of 12 copper chalices and silver filigree. So these 12 chalices are worth 25 gold each. And there's a gilded skull with red garnets in its eye sockets. Do you want to grab that?
Yes.
Okay. That's worth
Man, what
250,
is it with you and heads, Van Richten?
250 gold each.
But there's only one though, right?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Whether 'tis nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to Okay. And then there's 8 war hammers and 6 war picks. I don't know if you guys want those, but those are there.
Are any of them like silvered or magical or anything?
No.
No, we cast detect magic.
And you guys are past midday at this point, because it takes a while to get all these loose coins and stuff up. And then you get 9,000 silver pieces again. 6 non-magical crystal balls worth 20 gold pieces each. You find a bronze crown with tiny gem-eyed dragons for spires on it, worth 750 gold. The life-size wooden pony, do you guys want that?
No.
Yeah. 6 marble vases, do you want those? They're about 100 pounds apiece.
No.
Then there's all the wood, like 7,000 gold-painted wooden coins, which you guys picked up on that you don't need. But then in iron pots, you find 15,000 copper pieces, if you want those. They're going to be heavy.
I think we got enough. What do you guys think?
I think we can leave the copper.
Yeah, I think we good.
Yeah, I think having the liquid and not the heavy stuff, yeah.
There's an obsidian scepter with gold filigree. That's worth 2,500 gold pieces.
And that didn't trigger any kind of detect magic anything, right?
No.
I'll grab it.
And then
How much
there's
is
the
what was that worth again?
that was worth 2,500 gold pieces.
Yeah. So, question: do we think anybody in this land can actually afford to buy things from us? I understand we can trade the coins. I guess we could trade that scepter to somebody or something.
Based on what you've
Instead of
seen,
trying to
you
cash
guys
out.
are probably the most wealthy people in the whole region right now, other than Strahd, maybe.
We're gonna be engaging in some trickle-down economics.
Yeah. You guys are going to have a target on you if people know you have this much.
Can we raise an army?
Maybe. You find the 15 thin leather-bound tomes. All of them are signed copies of a storybook called Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites by Nick Rackme, sorry.
That's my favorite childhood story.
Is that white like W-I-G-H-T or W-H-I-T-E?
I hope it's the first.
WIGHTS.
What's the difference?
By
Which one,
Nick-
Jason?
It's WIGHTS.
Gotcha.
It's Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites by Nick Rackme. That's what it says. Yep. And so that's it. You guys, I guess, taking all this stuff up, it takes the whole day. It's almost nighttime, and you've loaded up Van Richten's wagon. I mean, it is packed full of all this stuff.
Sitting on the frame.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's still got the carnival, wagon, motif painted on the outside and stuff. And you've since pushed out the cage in the back that used to have the saber-tooth tiger in it.
Yeah.
So. There you are. Are you guys going to travel at night, or are you guys going to... What's your plan? And it's actually warmer outside of the temple than it is inside.
Y'all.
I don't think we should travel at night, especially not with such a lush amount of cash.
Honey hooded outside.
Casimir says, I will be getting a share of this as well, yes?
Sure, buddy.
I can use it to set my sister up. She's always valued money and the finer things in life.
Isn't she dead?
We're going to bring her back. They promised.
Oh.
So, what has Casimir done for us besides almost getting us killed?
Not much. He's been here with you, though.
Okay.
Because he knows it's scarier out there without us.
Well, and his whole goal was bringing back his sister. You know that very much. So much so that he was willing to risk himself by touching one of these sarcophagi, and you talked him out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that good roll.
Yep.
Where's her bones at again?
Ravenloft.
Castle Ravenloft. I believe Strahd keeps them in the crypts below. After my sister was killed. All those years ago.
Well, you know, if you actually let everybody know that what we've just acquired and stuff like that, that's going to mess with that, right? So you realize that you're now sworn to secrecy with us.
I wouldn't tell. As long as you're good to your word and you bring my sister back.
Okay. We'll double down on that one.
Yes, I will continue that lie.
Well, tiny hut it, rest it, and we'll get out there fast as we can.
Where are you casting the tiny hut, and what did you decide to do to Arena and Ark, their bodies?
I think
You
they
put Arena in with the golem. I'm sorry.
The Arena's a vampire, but Ark's like dead, right?
Yeah, we can bury him.
As far as you can tell.
Oh, look who it is.
Viking funeral?
Yeah, that would be fitting.
Oh, let's see if he's on the Zooms. Oh. Okay, yeah. Sean has not asked to get on the Zoom. So, you guys cast Tiny Hut, and just remind me again what you're doing with Ark and Irina's bodies.
I say we burn Ark and keep Irina.
I can go with that.
Okay.
Morally duplicitous.
It's pretty easy to find some burnable furniture and stuff. You kind of break apart one of Trevor's finer chairs. It was fine at one time, but it's kind of been there for a long time. And you put it on Ark, and you build a little pyre, and you set him on fire, and he burns. And
I feel like we should say something. Like, he made fun of me and stuff, but he's an alright guy, I guess.
What do you do with the spear?
I guess we'll take it with us. Somebody else maybe.
Could Yara use it?
We can't touch it though, can we?
Well, it talks.
Isn't it the one that compelled Irina?
No.
No.
Different.
It's a blood spear.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Irina picked up a rod, a wizard rod, and it had, turns out, a personality fragment from its former owner.
Yep.
So I think we can hang on to Irina because she's valuable to Strahd, and that gives us a tool to use.
We need to rig up something that she can't get out of, though. We've already had issues with her. Like,
May I suggest a coffin?
Not a bad idea.
maybe we can figure out like a sandwich board thing.
Van Richten would know she can't move. She's paralyzed as long as she has that stake in her heart. Now,
If she's in a coffin, we can disguise it and make sure that nobody pulls her stake out, and it would also keep anything from bumping her stake out.
are you gonna go get that child coffin from the?
No.
No. I can build a new coffin.
Here's what we do, right? We get a long dowel rod that goes out of both sides of her. We get a piece of wood on both sides, and we drill holes in it so that the stake can never come out.
A little dark.
I build that.
I'll say between the spare wood from the prior carriage blowing up and the pieces you can find in the temple, you're able to fashion kind of a make-do coffin. for Irina, which is kind of like the one you saw her dad buried in so long ago, was the one she built, her and her brother built in their home. It's much like that one. It's built out of spare wood and parts, and you fasten it on top of the carriage, I assume?
What if we use
In the carriage, not outside the carriage.
Okay.
instead of building one from wood? What if we just use what's left of Biggins, like the scrap of his body for a coffin? That makes a lot of sense to me. Like, there's plenty of them around. It's like, the perfect wreckage of Biggins would be perfect. That's how Sean's faith go.
You do notice when Biggins kind of follows you guys out to the towards the outside of the temple, as soon as it gets to the threshold of crossing to the outside from the temple, it stops and powers down.
Oh.
Biggins, come.
Can't leave.
It does. It ignores you. It's just stuck there.
You need to make this sad. Trust me.
Marick, we pretty much cleared out the temple. You could just have it if you wanted it. There's lots of books there you could figure out how to read one day.
Oh.
I got carpal tunnel from writing down all the loot we got.
Trevor is kind of standing at the same threshold looking at you guys.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull Harry
You leave for work and your dogs are staring at you.
and shout at him like, "Can't you see we don't want you anymore?"
No.
Hey.
Oh!
No.
Marick, tears just start streaming down Merrick's face. He goes and he gives Biggins a hug, and he gives Trevor a big hug. Be safe, friends.
Trevor leans into this.
Hey, come here, you big lug. Group hug. I'm in on that.
I'm totally a hugger.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
This is totally what you guys see outside the Ember Temple.
Oh no!
This would make a really good painting of all of you guys hugging the Lich with a giant shield guardian standing next to it, you know, with snow and a barren kind of winter wasteland. Yeah.
Well, I know what we're going to get our commission in now.
I was going to say, we're taking fan art commissions.
Yeah. So yeah, that happens, and it's kind of a sad moment because Trevor just kind of slowly backs away and turns down and slowly walks down the hallway back into his home, waiting for the next guest.
Before we leave, I tie a little, like, name tag thing to Trevor's wrist that says Trevor. So he will always know he is Trevor.
Aww. It's totally not his name, but that's wonderful.
It is now.
Yeah.
Shut up, it is his name.
You get one of those hearts that break in two is like Trevor forever on the other one.
So
How it is in Project Mayhem, you only get a name in death.
you guys rest up and cast the tiny hut again, I assume, and
I
sleep
change
outside.
into my new dress
Yeah.
under my armor, and no one can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty
Is
fancy.
there-
It's worth a lot.
Is there anything I still need to identify?
No, we got it.
Okay. Do we also identify the spear?
There's probably identifiable stuff. You didn't identify anything. We detected magic, but not
Yeah, we
identified.
didn't identify.
Well, nothing was magical,
Yeah. It's all just stuff.
so there's not anything to identify. It's just valuable items.
It's just regular, normal treasure.
And you've got the coffin with Irina just sitting in the wagon, kind of upright in the back.
I want it to be like flat. It has a lid that we
Flat's
nailed
going to take up a
shut.
lot of room. I mean, you guys aren't going to be able to sit anywhere in the back.
We'll pile the treasure on top of it. You can sit on top of a flat coffin.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
She doesn't have to be comfortable.
You've made a
She
bench
killed
out of
me.
her. Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Does somebody have Ark's old spear? I'd like to identify that and see what it's about.
We do actually.
Yeah.
We even have arc if you. No, wait, I look at the pile of ashes.
Oh,
We pulled a Marick, sorry.
Truth be told, Marick probably did that.
I'm gonna share the blood spear again.
Yeah, I identify it.
You guys see it?
Virtually cast identify. Yeah, I see it. So.
Okay. There you go. And yeah, that's it. You guys begin your way down the mountain towards the pass where you saw the rock and the boar that got killed and the green flame. And it takes a couple hours, but you make yourself back to that area. What do you guys do? You're not to the bridge yet, but you're getting ready to get there.
So, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we do need to formulate a plan. We learned some stuff from that battle on Strahd's castle, right? Like, we got some information from that. But do we really know where we're going from here?
Well, I just hope I've been very clever here since we've been playing, or since we've been adventuring.
We've mostly been looting.
Oh.
We gave you terminal-based instincts. I think we should probably have some of the go right now. This is an awful lot for us to have. So if we could hide it, then maybe we can come back to it.
That's the longest.
Is that for me?
You tried to copy a Google link, didn't you?
Oh, no, the cat jumped on the keyboard. I guess. I don't know what did that. Is that for me?
No.
Yeah, totally. No, it's from Sarah.
I'm going to read all of this. Hold on. Data, image, JPEG, basic. No, I'm just kidding.
You tried to copy an image from a Google search, didn't you? Yeah.
So, what's our next move? Have we discussed that yet?
Well, listen. You all are not the only people in Barovia who are trying to do what you're doing. But if you keep going this conspicuously, you all are going to get killed. It may not be in Valaki, it may not be in Kresk, but you have to be very careful with what you're doing. I'm this close to finding more and more allies, and there are a group here in Barovia, the Were-Ravens, and I think we can find some common cause with them.
We've already met them.
The
You were holding on
Marlows.
to that one, weren't you?
Hmm?
Common cause.
Ciao.
Oh, no, actually, that was completely incidental. I didn't even realize that.
Oh,
I'm a poet, and I was not aware.
Well, you are a performer, are you not?
That's been my cover for the last few years. But you all have done well in getting the Sun Sword. I'd still like my amulet back. But we can't just storm the gates. And
As you're talking, you feel kind of a sinking feeling in all of your stomachs, and those riding atop the carriage are quickly aware that the giant rock has come by and grabbed the carriage and has picked it up off the ground, probably about 15 feet at this point, and is lifting
okay,
the whole thing up.
I reach out and touch the rock, and I cast a spell.
What does that do?
I cast, hold on. Let me get it. I try to banish the rock.
Ooh. Okay,
I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I gotta make a save.
A charisma save.
Okay.
I'm a very charismatic rock.
DC 17.
Let me pull up this thing save. I'll roll a die. Ooh, it's a 5 on it. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Probably not.
That's not good.
That was the equivalent of going, yeah, get out of here.
260.
Get on out of here.
Yeah, Nick.
260. Okay.
Ill-made or says yeah.
Yours says get.
Okay. Charisma. Oh yeah, it gets a negative, so that's a 4. So yeah, it gets banished. Now it goes to
A pocket dimension.
Yeah, it goes to a pocket dimension. It just
Harmless demi-plane.
pops out and it's gone. That's one way to handle that. Now the cart drops.
Yes.
And
Mistake falls out. We have to kill Irina after the bench tries to kill us.
Everyone takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage, of fall damage, as the wagon falls and you get jostled around. Some of the spare coins hit you in the face. 4 points.
Got it.
I'll say I bite my tongue. I was trying to eat a sandwich. 4 points.
Marick, you doing okay? That's 4 points off. You all right?
I don't know. That was a lot.
Everybody else looks fine, and he's just like internally bleeding over there.
Wizards.
So that's it. The cart lands pretty much. It kind of tilts for a bit, like it's going to go sideways, and then levels out. And the horses are fine. They're just kind of jostled, a little bruised. Quick thinking.
Seems like we should have had to go.
So anyway, the were-ravens.
I think we have a map, Rick Taven.
Also, stop me if you've heard this, but there was a Vistani woman who spoke with us and who read us our cards and told us about our battle with Strahd. That's what we've actually been kind of riding around here trying to figure out. This whole time was acquiring the allies and the items that she mentioned.
Well, I wouldn't trust a Vistani farther than I could throw one.
She's been spot on so far.
I assume you guys are still moving, or are you guys
Like
staying
saber.
where you are?
Moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason, can you pull up the map real quick?
Yep.
The one with all the information on it that we got from Rick Tavio's apprentice.
One sec.
Huh.
Jumping around the map, sorry. Skipping all the Castle Ravenloft ones. Map of Barovia. Here we go. And once it focuses in... How's it the music playing?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Timely. So where was the Amber Temple again?
Amber Temple was... Come on, zoom out. There we go.
Far south?
Yeah, you guys are really far south of the Amber Temple, so it's down.
So this isn't the one that shows all the landmarks that was marked on, right? Did she actually have those?
She does, but I don't have one of those for you. But I can tell you generally where things are. As I've got the map right here. Let's see. The Amber Temple was located. Oh yeah, it's Amber Temple was located way down past, way down south past Luna Lake. So where that sign that says Mount Gawkus down here, you guys are up in the mountains down by that. So like, you guys are down right around this area. Right here. And you follow the road and are heading back. And this is Salinka Pass, so you guys have already passed this. Right here, if you can see my drawing. And yeah. So you're heading back up the road. The mansion, said to have had the Silver Dragon, is not too far from where you're at now. If you head up further north, you could eventually get to the other town that was swallowed up in a flood, is up that way. And if you go all the way back up to the lake by Valaki, you can go back up into the mountains where the Mad Wizard is supposed to be. I think those are the only places you haven't been yet. That and Castle Ravenloft.
The wizard seems like a sure thing. There was, but what was it? The town with that was flooded again, or is it just flavor text that we don't know anything about in particular?
You don't know much about it. It was just there. You know, from when you were at the Bone Grinder, with the pillars outside, the 4 pillars. You knew that there were 4 towns originally in Barovia, and that would be the 4th town that got swallowed up in a flood, and that's about all you know. And someone had a dream about the dragon in the mansion last session, I believe. I can't remember if that was Trill, maybe?
I think it was Trill.
Yeah. And you were told that the skull of the dragon was in Castle Ravenloft, and it wanted to be reunited with its spirit.
Yeah. I also had a dream about the Amber Temple, and we all see how that turned out.
This is a fun place. You guys could have gotten powered up.
It's true. We could have been juiced.
Yep.
Yeah.
For
And also, we
evil.
could have all been evil.
And juiced.
So
We're all on the same page.
I would
At some
say
point,
that
I'll
we
tell you what
might
happened to
want
Ark's soul later on in the game.
Should we go to this location? This might be the closest place to us.
What
Is,
location?
is this the manor?
To the manor? The manor would be the closest place to you that you haven't been to yet.
I don't remember what color was the dragon. It was silver?
Silver. Yeah.
Silver.
Did Trill share her dream with us?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm considering it.
Well, on this map, we haven't been here yet, and it could be on our way to. Probably going to be about the closest town to us, or closest.
Van Richten, you would know also that there's a large werewolf den near this part as well.
Yeah, and werewolves are thumbs down, right? Or thumbs up? Or thumbs, kind of.
You know
They
they
have
work for
thumbs.
Strahd.
I know they work for Strahd. Okay.
Yeah. And your apprentice lost her leg to one.
Oh.
I guess I'll share my dream, since we don't know where we're going.
Okay. You all know about the dream she had of the silver dragon talking to her.
Oh, so going to that manor house. Is that where the silver dragon is said to be?
I believe so.
And I believe in that dream you were told that the knights that the honorable knights had fallen to evil times. I believe you were told that much too.
There are, like, evil ghost knights, and I don't think the dragon gave me a password to get past them.
That's correct.
Well, from you describing your dream, it means that we have to get the skull, retrieve the skull from the castle? Is that correct?
Yeah, but that would be...
To Ravenloft.
Yeah, that's not gonna... That's not gonna work.
Rictavio, should we go check in on your apprentice?
Well, you can call me Van Richten now. I think all pretenses have been dropped by this point.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that she was here. So if you all saw her and she's doing well, yeah, I would like to.
Well, she asked
sure
us,
that, but
last we spoke, she asked us to come check on her. Maybe we should go do that first. It's been a couple days.
Marick, I agree with you 100%.
Casimir says, "What about my sister?
Oh, shut up.
Well,
We're gonna bring her back."
Yes, but we gotta raise an army or get resources to take on Strahd. This is
Tell me, how many years has she been gone?
Oh,
It's not that she was gone, it's that neither she nor I are from Barovia. and I came here first, and I didn't know that I guess she followed me here.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking about his sister. How long has she been passed?
Several hundred years.
Several hundred years. Okay. Well, being an arcane specialist, I don't know too much about the divine nature of spells. But I gather we would need at least her body. So until we can find that or acquire that,
It's in Castle Ravenloft. In the tomb.
Well,
I'm sure.
that is definitely lucky for you. That is definitely on our list of places to go at some point.
Do you want us to die? Because that's what's going to happen right now. You want to succeed.
I said at some point.
Oh,
Are you talking to me?
I would gladly give my life for my sister. We don't have any female elves left in Barovia. Strahd killed them all because of my sister's death.
Well, if we can take care of Strahd, then that means we can leave from Barovia, and we have more access to the vast world where there are probably greater magic and greater casters.
The Devil Strahd cannot be killed. He's been here for hundreds of years. What can you do against that?
Well, don't know until we eventually try to resolve the issue. Either way, we're all hosed if we don't get the mist, taken care of, and are able to leave.
Okay, you guys keep traveling down the road. At a certain point, you guys stop and eat and stuff, and it starts to get the mist starts curling around the cart, and it starts getting darker. You guys get to a point where you're going to stop, or you're going to keep going down the road at night. And are you going to turn off towards the manor, or are you going to keep heading north towards the rest of the stuff?
Well, so where are we? How close are we to, say, the winery?
Let me bring down the video a bit to regular size. Okay. So you guys would be right about, change the color real quick. I'm going to make it red. So you guys would probably make it, right around here by dark. Which is a fair bit of travel.
Okay, and the winery is...
The winery is right up here in the circle, yeah.
So we'd have to cut through the woods to get to the winery?
You can't make it in the cart through the woods.
All right. Shall we hut it up?
Yes.
All right. I get out and start casting Tiny Hut. By the way, you look like Octavio now, right?
Yes, when I put my hat on, I look like Octavio.
Do you want to be called Octavio when you look like Octavio, or rather?
Yes, please. But when it's just us, you can call me Van Neptune.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call you Ricky.
And you've got means on you, Van Richten, to keep Strahd from scrying on you and from finding you. But yes, you believe he's probably been following and keeping tabs on all of these people prior to you being here. So you just being in the general vicinity is going to blind him from seeing them to a certain degree. But if they get far enough away from you, he'll be able to follow them again and see what they, see what they're up to.
Yep.
All right. Well, what I was going to ask you was, did you happen to see a suit of armor on your way here?
I saw bits and pieces of metal strewn about the Amber Temple. Is that what you mean?
You didn't see any armor outside in the snow or anything like that.
No, I mean, I've seen suits of armor before. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Yeah, you remember in your tower, it was the same looking suit of armor that we found in that tower of yours.
Oh, no, I've not seen anything like that around here.
Oh, okay. Another tear just streams down Marick's face. I'll cast the hut now. He gets out and starts to ritualistically cast Tiny Hut.
Yara offers Marick a piece of jerky.
Oh, what kind of meat is this?
It's my own recipe. It's an old mercenary recipe.
It's an old mercenary?
No, I'm a mercenary, and it's an old recipe. Sorry, I didn't mean to be unclear. You just seem like you could use
It's not wolf. I'm so sick of wolf meat.
No, dude, it's some kind of hoof stock.
Okay. Well,
John, now your video stopped going. Just so you know.
my video?
Yeah, she's still working off the rations she brought with her from outside, so it's outside food.
All right, is that better?
Yep.
Tastes like the outside world.
Oh,
Double audio. Oh, you fixed it.
it's horse. Wow.
At this point, in the middle of the night, I guess you guys all start sleeping. Is there going to be a watch or anything?
I'm totally rested from that other time. I'll take the entire watch if everybody's okay.
Are you going to do it from the tiny hut, or are you going to do it from somewhere else, like in a tree or something?
I'll tell Syrdath, don't go far.
I'll just be in a neighboring tree. That'll be all. So, yeah, I'll climb up in a tree and perch
I can
up
easily
there.
make it so you can see through the hut.
I need to get alone with my thoughts anyway. It's okay. I'm kind of dealing with some stuff, and I kind of, when he's not looking, glance at the elven companion we have, just kind of thinking about liabilities.
By the way, does anybody have a tea set? Higgins had mine.
Casimir gets up and he goes, I'll go a small ways and be out in the forest for a bit and get some firewood. I won't go far.
I might recommend you stay right here. And by recommend, I mean strongly encourage. And by strongly encourage, I mean stay put.
Perhaps Syrdath could help him.
Or Trill. Trill, would you go with me, my dear? Just out in the forest to gather some firewood and get a bit of air. Being in the temple for so long is...
I'm not going to lie to you, sir. If you wander off, I will let you die.
Well, you can come with me and make sure I'm okay.
Okay.
I lean over at Trill. He's made it pretty clear that all the women folk in his group has been gone for a while.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of
I
years. Hundreds of years.
I will go with him.
I will stealth behind her.
Okay. You guys go off maybe 10, 20 feet into the woods, and he starts gathering wood, and he says, "Oh, you're really going to help me bring my sister back, yes?"
We are going to bring you to peace with what has happened to your sister.
At that, he just kind of looks off and he goes, yes, I have her. And at that point, Strahd steps out of the woods, and you hear all the sound has disappeared, as if a silent spell has been cast. And he approaches. And he looks at you, and you hear in your mind, thank you. Your sister will be reborn. And he grabs a hold of Trill, and he puts his other hand on, and you see this, by the way, Syrdath, you see this happen within 10-15 seconds. He puts his other hand on Aasimar, and they all kind of just turn into mist and start floating up into the darkness.
I dropped the sun sword!
And the amulet.
And the amulet. Both of those drop away.
I did not steal it from you. Your apprentice gave it to me.
Give me a sleight of hand check, Trill.
Oh, don't take the sword from us. That's all we got, Jason.
Yeah, seriously.
And the amulet.
Don't be
And the amulet.
I don't know how much more clearly I can say, don't move from where I am.
Oh.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
No.
That's good, right? One.
I rolled it though.
I tried. I tried real hard.
Oh, come on, dude.
There's got to be some level of interaction instead of Strahd shows up and takes your axe.
Syrdath,
Yes.
give me a stealth check to see if you can grab this. Trill's got them. She's got the sword and the amulet kind of hidden behind her back as Strahd's approaching her.
I take Strahd's wallet too.
Get it.
Okay.
And I took the raven thing.
So this is how this works. She's got them behind her back, and you stealth up, grab them, and just ninja out into the woods.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. I'm glad I don't have to drive to your house tonight.
He was gonna hold a boombox up and be like, please give us our amulet sword.
That said, in your mind, as you're right before they turn into mist, you hear, "I'll be coming for you," as Strahd rolled a natural 20 on his perception. Yeah, so he knows you've got it, and he's aware of it, but he's taking them with him. And you also hear in your mind, "Bring Irina to me, and you may live." And that's it. So the mist kind of floats off. And that is it for Trill, for as far as you guys know. Thanks, Sarah.
Wow.
I hate to see Trill go.
I'm gonna play the music from the old Hulk when he's walking away.
So, and then there were 5.
That music would imply that the party liked me.
I liked you.
Yeah.
I didn't know you well enough to form an opinion on you.
You had some of the best gear in the game.
And I dropped it.
The sun sword, though, can only be used by clerics or paladins. Is that correct?
No.
No.
The amulet
That's
is
the amulet.
That's the amulet. Gotcha. Okay, well, the sun sword is up for grabs, and so is the amulet. Syrdath.
Well, no, the amulet is mine. I feel like I've made that point a few times.
I have nothing
But
magical.
meta knowledge, I am a cleric, and I can use it.
So I assume you guys have no problem with Van Richten having the... Well, I'll let Syrdath roleplay it out. You come back from the woods. No elf, no Trill. And everyone else is just sleeping in the tiny hut.
Oh, sleep.
Gotta try to wake everybody up. Folks, listen. Our little elf buddy just led Trill off to Strahd, and Strahd has whisked them both away to Castle Ravenloft.
The amulet.
What?
I mean, what?
We gotta go get her, obviously. That place sucks. That's the first place I was when I was here.
Did she still have the amulet?
Get you guys.
I take the amulet out and hand it to Von Richter.
Van Richten.
Van Richter, sorry, I'm thinking of something else.
Van Octavio.
Here, she said you were wanting this, as I took it from her as Strahd whisked away. By the way, he knows we have this stuff, but I don't really think it matters. I mean, so yeah, that's. I'm sorry I couldn't do more. It happened so quick. I had just enough time to make it to her side, and I grabbed her items instead of her because that's all I could grab.
It's not your fault. It's mine.
It's the curse. It's the curse.
Marick, I'm sorry we didn't get to burn this party member up and send them away. I know it is our way.
It's okay. We still have Irina's body we can burn, right?
It's funny about that. He wants her. So the original bargaining chip idea still on the table.
Is he aware that it's a corpse?
It probably will be soon.
Awake, bro.
So,
Don't say anything. Stop. If I know Strahd like I think I do, we have to move. We have to do something different. We cannot talk about this anymore. At least not here, not right now.
do you have a diamond?
He's got a raised dead scroll.
I do.
I can give us a little bit of privacy if I have a diamond.
Yara pulls a diamond out of the bag.
Oh yeah, you do.
You want this?
Actually, yes.
Does it have to be worth a certain amount, or? I think
Yeah,
there's
does it
50
have
gold
to be-
pieces each.
It has to be worth 25 gold, so I think it could probably. It's a pinch of diamond dust.
Yeah, you can grind up one of the diamonds she has. That's fine.
Yeah, they're worth 50 gold, so.
So that's two
Half
uses.
of one of the diamonds.
Yeah.
Grinding
I'm
up
just gonna
diamond
look
is a
at-
pain.
If only we had a gold to do it for us.
I mean, my strength score is 20.
You guys can work it out.
Yeah, well, here, start chewing this.
Diamond on diamond.
Well, I'll just look at Van Richten or Octavio and be like, I can give us some privacy by magic means if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right.
I can give us some privacy in the sense that we wouldn't actually have to talk to communicate with each other.
I think that would be beneficial. I think that would help.
Okay. I start to ritualistically cast. Let me get the spell up.
Can thieves use long swords?
Are you?
I know they can use rapiers.
Yeah, I think so.
I
Maybe.
think you can, and it might still have if it still has the elven abilities, then you definitely can.
So, Jason, I think this effect is something that I also have and know.
Yep.
If it's the scrying spell, I have the scrying spell, so what I know approximately how it works.
Yes,
Is that-
you would know.
okay.
You would know exactly how it works, and that's why you've protected yourself from it.
Okay.
But that protects you in just kind of a little area around you. It doesn't really
Right.
like. And you would
So
know
I
vampires
know-
historically. They gather little bits and pieces of people. Like he's got bats and little rats and stuff that might try to, like, all the vermin kind of work for Strahd here. He's got control over all the land. So theoretically, they could get little bits and pieces, hairs, blood, whatever from people, and he could use that to increase his scrying as well.
So as long as we're not, he can see and hear, but if we don't say anything, we'll be okay.
Yes.
So I cast telepathic bond amongst us. And I think, speak in your mind and we can have a conversation.
Yeah, your intelligence has to be a score of higher than 2. So I think you guys are good.
I stare at you guys. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah. Dumb stat. Yeah, you guys can all hear each other in your mind. It's kind of weird. It's a little invasive. But you guys can talk to each other.
Yeah. All you hear is the meow mix song going in my head. I want tuna. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver.
Our local soundtrack is just the Beatles.
You hear Marick's thoughts. I'd like some tea. I should get Higgins to make me some tea. Oh, never mind. Anyways, all right, Rictavio. Sorry, Van Richten. You were saying.
Strahd knows what'll turn you against the party. He's just gonna dangle Higgins in front of you and say, "It can be yours again."
What you all set out along the Vistani, what they told you, and you got the sword and you took my amulet. The first thing that I did was I got this ring and I hold it in my hand and you see a ring materialize on my finger. Because I understand that Strahd can see everything that happens in Barovia. And you have to be more careful than what you all have done so far. And this is a good start. And we can't go around walking off into the woods by ourselves and announcing our presence everywhere we go.
I see.
I will think towards you. In the past, I have helped to protect us from his vision, but we've been poor for too long for me to be able to cast it again. But now we have a chance.
Right.
The only problem with it is how many times can I cast it? So I can cast my non-detection either on a 10-foot area, or for each casting, I can shield one person for 8 hours. But I can only cast it 3 times. So
Well,
I can cast it 5 times. But
I've got, let me see here. That passed out trace spell that I can cast. Each creature has a +10 bonus and leaves behind no other tracks or traces of its passage. And that lasts for an hour. So if I can cast it a few times, a handful of times, we'll just have to travel very slowly.
he could scry on it still with that, though, right?
Yeah.
Not if you're next to me.
So how far does your aura extend?
30 feet. Oh, sorry, my scrying aura. I actually don't know, Jason.
Scrying,
Is it like the 10 foot or 20 feet radius?
yeah, it's probably about 10 feet around you, I think.
Okay.
I mean, you can see some if you make a good perception check, but it's really just you and a few things around you.
Okay.
And yeah, so you'll get sucked out, and your mental image, like you're just traveling through the sky, and you get closer and closer, and then whatever you're looking at, and it really hones in.
Right.
Yeah.
There
are things that can make scrying better. Maybe Strahd has some of those, maybe he doesn't, but.
Right.
Should I think just to send Hooters out, say 100 feet in circle to see if there's anything around us?
Sure. Give me a perception check for Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a child.
They get advantage, but 11's.
Wow. Yep. I mean, Hooters sees wolves out in the distance, kind of, running around.
14 is all I get.
Maybe some large humanoid figures kind of roving around. but they're not really super near you guys, at least not yet. That's about it.
Okay. I just have him keep circling.
Okay. Okay. So you guys rest for the night? Here, or you go someplace else?
Where are we? We're trying to go to the Ravens, right?
It's
Or
probably
we're trying to
about
go to Castle
10 o'clock at
Ravenloft.
night right now.
Okay.
Well, the only thing I can think to do is we could. I mean, we have this big cart too. We're taking, right?
I don't know that we can stay here. I mean, I know that traveling through the night is not great, but if we're trying to protect ourselves from discernment, it does us no good to stay in the last place that he saw us.
Yeah.
That's true.
I could potentially carry 2 of us away to safety.
If we can all stay in the wagon, I think we'll be okay to travel a few hours and then stop and rest.
Okay.
Okay.
And I could shield our area from detection, if that helps. I mean, unless you're...
How long does that last?
I'm thinking, Rick, unless your ring helps to keep us... my spell lasts for 8 hours, but it either has to be in a stationary location or it's 1 person per cast. So I can do a spread that'll cover all the same way a tiny hut protects us, but it keeps us from outscrying, or I can touch people and then spend most of my spell slots doing it.
It's up to you.
I'll cast this Pass Without Trace it lasts for an hour. I'll cast it a couple of times to give us 2, maybe 3 times I can cast it for 3 hours. And that gives us some distance, and then we can camp out.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. And
this gives us a plus 10 to our stealth checks.
Yeah. Who's ever leading the carriage?
I think Ben Rickson probably would.
Yeah.
So 23.
Now you guys are stealthing real good in the carriage itself. Oh. Yeah.
32.
Yeah. You guys, nothing seems to notice you guys. You don't even pass anyone on the road.
You might say we're passing without trace.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, and that'll put you guys up to... Oh, gosh. Well, let me look at my key.
And after an hour, I ritualistically cast, again, the telepathic bond.
You guys get near Luna River's crossroads, which is... Luna River Crossroads is kind of up this area. So this is where you guys get to, where you can go towards the Wizard of Wines or towards Kresk, or you can head towards Valaki, which is not super far away. The tower on Lake Baratok is not too far from where you guys are. And you know that place, at least, there's no magic doesn't function inside of it.
I hear a rumor that the abbot at Kresk is more than he seems. I don't know I've encountered him before.
Actually, I only met him in passing. I think everybody else had more interaction with him.
He's a very holy man.
He seems to be the most